Rare Music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage.
I'm leaving a growing city that's growing in a whole landscape of the hip hop, like, you know what I'm saying, and I'm a fixture in it for having this song Get 'Em Got 'Em. I'm leaving that to start over and rebuild my name where I'm from, and that's the gift and the curse in hip hop, though.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because in your mind, who your favorite rapper? So in your mind, you know, when I heard that, when I was back home. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what a nigga want to be able to, you know, it's just that pride, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So babe, bruh, when you get back, how long before you record that?
That's like 4 years. I did all kind of shit before that. Like, when I first came back, one thing I peeped is I was getting hella love from all the rappers, and none of the consumers know who the fuck I was. So it made me sit back and think, like, okay, I can't just jump in this, like, drop another tape and just expect the base where I'm basing it from to just gravitate to it. Like, you know what I mean? So I had to be more strategic. Let me learn some of the things, because you gotta think, I just came from like the reason the rappers fucking with me, because I'm peers with them, is because of the things I did in Atlanta. Right. Just like Fab and them is in Show and Turf Talk, all them in Show and Prove. I'm in Show and Prove. Right. I'm just doing it based out of Atlanta instead of the Bay. Like, you know what I'm saying? So shit like that. So basically, I thought about it like, damn, okay, I got all the rappers knowing me, but none of the fans don't. I need to utilize that and, like, be smart with that. And one of the first things I did, this is why I fuck with PK to this day. One of the first things, like, the first artist to gravitate and fuck with me and knew what I had going on and it was cool with sharing his platform, was the Jacka.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. The reoccurring theme on this show is the Jacka putting young niggas on. Mm-hmm. That's a reoccurring thing. Everybody say the same shit. That's everybody's favorite nigga. Rest in peace to the Jack.
He did,
because he did that for niggas, man.
Can't even lie. He, like, the first time coming back, he invited me to 17 Hertz. Big Rich was in there. Fucking Shad G, like, all, you know, the whole thirst.
Hey, you know what I asked somebody else? What was 17 Hertz doing on the other side? Why was that extravagant marble staircase on the other side? What the fuck was that? Nobody can explain. I said, niggas ain't shooting no videos over here. Like, niggas tripping. This shit look nice. Yeah, but I guess they was selling like granite or something. I don't know what they was doing, but that shit was nice as fuck.
Rented out a room to them niggas.
Yeah. Niggas was trying to pay for half that little warehouse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I always see Big Rich in there with his shoes off, man. Like, man, that motherfucker. That was a hub for the, because you know what? For a while, because until the game went digital and all the way MP3 and shit, like, niggas really couldn't afford Mike Denton and shit. Like, it was no, you know what I'm saying? Or the grill, like, that shit was expensive. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? 17 Hertz was in the first studio that I thought was affordable, and you was gonna get some quality up out of there. That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But and then, you know, hella little shit started popping up because, like I said, it was digital. But so what was the first thing you dropped when you came back?
The first thing I dropped when I came back was I got on the Jacka song with me, him and Big Rich on the tape that he had, Big Von hosting. Okay. I got on that joint, and then so I was still back and forth from here in Atlanta. So when I went back to Atlanta on some back and forth shit, one of the homies that was with Shonuff, he's from Oakland. Okay. So he was like, "Hey man, come kick it with me." When I was go kick it with him, he was with Dame Fame. Okay. So when he was Dame Fame, he introduced me to Dame Fame. Like, what up? And Dame Fame was tripping out because my name was Willie Joe. And he like, nigga, the nigga I'm with, my little boy I brought, like, he rapping like, this nigga named Stevie Joe. You gotta meet this nigga. Right. So we meet and we clicked like that. Like, me and Stevie clicked instantly. So when I decided I wanted to move back, I basically reached out to Stevie, like, you know what I mean? We was clicking, so he was like, man, come back to the studio. So that's when I met Damon Jamal, that's when I met Philthy, that's when I met everybody, and I used to kind of just be over there all the time, every day, shit like that. Like, you could peep, like, I'm on the Represent remix. You on Represent it, you on a lot of them shit. That's how I was on that, because I was just over there all the time, and I kind of was like the Vallejo representation, because at that time, outside of 40, wasn't nobody like that was coming up, spreading their wings like that, like being in Richmond, being in Oakland, fucking with all the rappers, like. that was just my whole strategy. Is like I saw a loophole in that shit, and I knew that the things I did in Atlanta made me relevant enough for people to accept me in the circles.
Okay.
So I use that to my advantage to just kind of to figure this motherfucker out. So the first thing I did was actually put the damn I got with Ken, my boy Ken Swanson.
Shout out Ken.
We went to school together. So he was like so before I moved back, everybody was telling me how him and my boy Mohawk Mar was like the big niggas in town doing what they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. So when I came home and I seen this nigga was living. This nigga picked me up from my mama house. Like, cause when I moved back to the Bay, it's I'm fucking out of a deal. Right, broke. I moved back to my mama. Like, I'm fucking feeling embarrassed. Like, I just had my own shit. I just signed for $100,000, bro. And blew it. Yeah. That nigga, that condo,
all that shit gone.
Getting a Range Rover in the fucking statewide, like instead of doing it the real way, like
just you went to statewide.
Hey, bruh, sick shit, my nigga.
Wait. When you went to statewide, did they have a picture of YG up there?
No, I think YG wasn't probably. I think that was two of them.
Oh, okay. I mean, YG got his first. Hey, look, I went back to statewide with my partner to get his shit fixed, and we walked to the back. I said, "Wait, they taking parts off other shit,
bruh."
I said, "These niggas got a whole recycle yard in the back, man."
Yeah, that was all fucked up.
Yeah, man. Everybody done been a victim to statewide.
It was a real wake up call, just sitting at my mom's house and just back at square one. So basically, Ken came and picked me up. He picked me up. I'm like, I'm peeping with it. You know what I mean? Like, he picked me up in some nice shit.
Right.
He goes to his house in San Jose. The house is nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, what y'all got going on?
Yeah.
So, me and him just chop it up, and he basically tell me what he got going on. So then we go from there, and then I basically that day I went to their house. I never left. I didn't go back to my mom's house, and then then eventually, what I'm saying, I got with the program. And then, you know what I'm saying, then it started to build some shit for myself. And we decided to come together. Like, they had a company called New Management. Okay. And I had Waterboy, obviously. And we just decided to come together and like, man, let's put this shit together and see, what we can figure out. So once we did that, then I started to release music. So the first thing I did was a song called Monte Ellis. So I dropped a song called Monte Ellis because Monte was going crazy on the Warriors at the time. Mm-hmm. Ken and them just bought Club Wet in San Jose. Mm-hmm. Monte and them would always buy sections, so I used to always see him, and I just always had his vision like, damn, I mean, them niggas doing their thing. So when I heard the beat that I had, I'm like, I looked at it as a chance to like get everybody to gravitate to me because I'm speaking on something that's a topic we all can relate to. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at it more like that, like an anthem type vibe. So when I did the Monte Ellis, it lightweight worked because everybody was fucking with it. Club Wet, all that shit, but then that nigga got traded. Then the song was dead. So then after that, my next move was Fly Nigga Movement. Is when I was friends with Tracks a Million, and I just thought about it, and I'm like, man, we need to do some like super group type shit, like if niggas came together. Cause I was a fan of what Slaughterhouse did.
So you didn't drop the tape with Stevie Joe yet?
Nah.
Okay.
Like I did the Fly Nigga Movement. So when we did Fly Nigga Movement, I got with Irk, I got with Neo, and I got with Tracks a Million. We all recorded in Richmond at my boy Kevin house, white boy K9 house. Okay. We all used to record over there. So we recorded like 6-7 songs, and then Big Von got a whiff of it, and he was like, man, we hooked up an interview. He was like, man, we should do an interview, and then he was like, bring 3 songs. So we had 2 songs that was for show. Okay. One called 501 Jeans and another one called, I forgot what the other one was called, but they were 2 was for show. Then I just remember Irk came to the studio probably a week before that interview, and he said, man, I just made something like before you niggas got here, and it was right here. And I said, this motherfucker right here is it. Like, so when we had the interview, I suggested that the 3rd song be right here. Yeah. And like that's why I fuck with Irk, because his reaction is like, nah, this some Fly Nigga Movement shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why would I play my song? I'm like, nah, that song need to be one of the songs. Right. So
on your A&R shit already.
Yeah, not knowing. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually like is how Von heard it for the first time. Okay. It's because it was a part of that batch, and I feel like he never stopped pressing play from that point on. And was that's why you hear like tracks and stuff like that, because he recorded that in the Fly Nigga Movement sessions, right? For itself though, but you know what I'm saying. So that was like my first time like being a part of like I used to always see like niggas have a song in the Bay and it go up and shit like that. But that was my first time like being next, like literally next to it.
Yeah.
And watching the nigga catch the song and watching him get all the little show spots.
Right.
And then it spread to LA. And then we do the video shoot with Dre. And I was just watching the whole little shit. And you know, at the time I didn't really understand it because I was so invested in Fly Nigga Movement because that was the move I chose to be the move.
Right.
I didn't really understand all the way like that it was his turn and it was his calling. Like, you know what I mean? Just how it went down, like it was meant for him. Cause we all were solo artists that just came together because we didn't have our moment yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And his moment just happened to come before we happened to get this thought off. You know what I mean? And you gotta respect that.